Hi everybody and welcome to Tony Fox Tarot. Thanks for joining me today. Great to have you with me. Today's pick a card reading question is, what do they really think about me? So we're going to look at how they think about you, but we're also going to look at how they feel, what their circumstances are, and what's your connection to this person. How do you think and feel about them? And more importantly, where's it all going? What's the forward thrust of the connection with this particular person? So before we get started, if you would like to go down below and hit subscribe, tap on the bell icon while you're there. That'll give you notifications for any future readings that I post. Please like and share this video where you can. It would be great to get me out there far and wide. If you're interested in the services that I offer as a psychic tarot reader, you can go to www.tonyfoxtarot.com. Plenty of information about who it is that I am, what it is that I do, and how it is that you can access my service as a psychic tarot reader. Now, before you on the screen, 4 different cards with a different crystal on each card. The idea is to choose a card with a crystal that resonates most clearly with you. Card number 1 is the Black Obsidian. Card number 2 is the Rose Quartz. Card number 3, the Quartz Crystal. And card number 4, the Green Aventurine. I like to do a bit of a guided meditation to help you to make the choice of the card and crystal that resonates for you. Feet firmly on the ground and taking in a nice deep breath. And as you release the breath, letting go of any tension that you're holding from within. Drawing in another nice deep breath. And as you release the breath, clearing the mind. And drawing your attention back to the screen. Which of the cards with a crystal resonates with you most clearly? Is it card number 1 with the Black Obsidian? Card number 2 with the Rose Quartz? Card number 3 with the Quartz Crystal? Or is it card number 4 with the Green Aventurine? Now down below, 4 different timestamps representing each of the cards before you're here on the screen. If you would like to go to the card that you chose, I'll be with you in a moment. Hi everyone, this is card number 1 and it's the Black Obsidian. So today's question is what do they really think of me? That's the question. Let's get the cards out and have a look and see what they think. Justice. 10 of Wands. The Moon. Page of Wands. Judgment. Ace of Cups. High Priestess. 10 of Wands. Unrequited Love. Obsidian. And Reflection. Did I say 10 of Wands up here? I meant 9 of Wands and 10 of Wands down here. If I did, I may not have. And what really jumps out at me as a general thrust here is the energy seems very suppressed. Things aren't living up to their full potential here. Yeah. This person's sitting on the fence. They're not making their mind up one way or the other as to where things are going. I think that when you push them, when push comes to shove and you really try to shine a light on the fact that they're not making a commitment, they become quite victimized. And I think so there's a lot of pushback there as well. It all becomes very quickly about who it is that they are, what it is that's going on for them, how it is that everything's stacked against them at this time. But it's negative and resistant. And it sort of results in this procrastination as to making their mind up or just getting on with it. And I think where this is very difficult is for you, come down here to High Priestess, 10 of Wands. This is, for you, it's like you're left bearing the weight. You're left taking on all the responsibilities to carry the slack in terms of what this person isn't actually really committing to. I think also you can't see the wood for the trees. Now, you're so stuck in the middle of trying to manage this person, manage the relationship or the connection with this person, trying to get clarity on where things are going, that it just becomes, you're kind of bogged down in all of that, sort of very much a lonely experience of seemingly being the only one that kind of cares to push this forward. But what do they think of you? I think at times they get very worn down. They don't. I think they do think that you nag them, that you wear them down, that you're really trying to corner them into, I guess, like a commitment that they're perhaps uncertain about at this particular time. But, does that mean that what they're thinking is actually the right thing? I don't necessarily think so. I think this person is very preoccupied about what it is that they're doing in their own world for very independent reasons, particularly around their work or their career. Could also be study. It could be any sort of real constructive focus, to be honest with you, as to how it defines this person as an individual. They are quite self-absorbed. It really is all about them and their needs. And they are quite victimized in as much as they do think that everybody or everything is really kind of stacking the odds against them. So that's kind of systemic of I guess, an inability to be able to just take responsibility in a constructive way where they own any one particular thing. It also applies to the relationship or the potential of this particular connection to develop into a relationship. But I'll be going, a little bit further than that. And as much as I do think that they're very uncertain about, if I come up here to the Moon and the Page of Wands, the Moon is a card of uncertainty. It's a card of the intuition, the instincts for this particular person, the direction of the connection with the two of you. They feel very uncertain. There's something about it that doesn't resonate quite fully with them. And I think that really what they're looking for underneath is a way forward, a new opportunity that will take them to where they want to go. Where do they want to go? I kind of feel that they really fundamentally want to be somewhere else, doing something else, maybe exploring the world, maybe going off on some adventure somewhere. The Page of Wands is very much a card of adventure and, new horizons. So I'm kind of leaning towards this quite sort of negative, almost, I guess, manipulative, if not a little bit, or maybe even a little bit sort of sinister, position from this person. They're kind of making out to be a bit of a victim, feeling that they're kind of, being put under a lot of pressure to make a decision about where things are going, at the same time looking for a way out that's based on their instincts, which says that they don't really want to be where. That's what I do see. And I would go a little sort of further because I've got Obsidian here. And Obsidian is a card that says to protect yourself, to pay attention to your feelings, to the warnings that you're receiving, to be cautious, to protect yourself from draining energy, from negative people. Obsidian is a stone which is the card which is actually, ironically, is the stone that we picked today. It's a stone that actually is protective in as much as it does remove negativity and restores the energy. I do feel that this person has an effect on you and other people where it does drain your energy because they're not being upfront, they're not being transparent about what it is that they want, and they are manipulating the situation in a way that actually gives them support and security, but also energy from other people to tread water until they're clearer as to where it is that they feel that they want to go. Reflection. This is another card that kind of builds on this idea of a person who's steering away from the truth. It's also a card that signifies manipulation, and it can also be abusive, and it can be addiction in there. I do feel that there is something a bit toxic about this person. There's something that's not honest, that is very, as I said at the beginning of the reading, is very, very pushed down. The energy is very pushed down, not living up to its potential. This person has an inability to kind of, to be honest in their process in a way where they work within the light. They're more on the dark side of things. They can't be honest with themselves, and it does stir up a lot of sediment. It does stir the bottom of the pot. I kind of feel that there could be issues around sort of abuse or maybe some sort of addiction here. You know, maybe this person's just really not wanting to see the truth. You know, maybe drugs, could be alcohol, certainly sort of toxic, oppressive behaviors that push down truth in a way. So I think you need to be very careful here. I think you need to trust your own instincts and, you know, not get caught up in trying to push this into a direction that perhaps isn't ever going to be really clear. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And a big part of why that is because this person just takes all the energy away from you. They drain the energy. They're not on the same level. They're not in the heart being... They're certainly not in the heart and they're not in the light. I feel that this person will get to a point where if you pressure them enough, that they will essentially want to get out of this connection and to move on. What they're really looking for is some kind of fulfillment that is about, you know, like a new opportunity that takes them somewhere. It's about being somewhere else, doing something else. Does that mean that they'll be happy somewhere else? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I think it really comes back down to you and who it is that you are and what it is that you want. This is a question about commitment and the future direction, you know, about taking responsibility in partnership to build on the potential of a connection with somebody. This person is thinking a lot of different things, but they're not thinking them in an honest way. They're not being upfront. They're not telling you how things really are. They're not sharing their process with you in an honest way that gives you a sense of perspective as to how you can build on the connection with them. They're treading water in a very toxic, swampy way, okay? They're drawing on your energy. They're taking from you. They're not being an equal, okay? They're basically vamping a whole load of dynamic that actually gives them what they want so that they can continue or perpetuate this unfortunate situation of just being really dishonest with themselves. So I'm gonna be honest with you here. I think, you know, you need to cut to the chase and make decisions that basically take back that energy, take back that power. Obsidian is actually an amazing stone for that. Get yourself a piece of obsidian, sleep with it under your pillow, keep it next to you, keep it on you, okay? Sink into that in a way where you can cleanse yourself, but also protect yourself, because I do feel that you need to concentrate on protective energy. There's all sorts of people out there in the world, and sometimes, you know, we run into them in relationships and they may be attractive on one level because this person has a lot of dynamic energy underneath all of this. As I say, it's all pushed down underneath there. There is a certain sense of potential, but is it the potential that actually you can build on with moving forward in a connection to a relationship? I would have said no on this, okay? Guys, I hope this has made some sense to you, and if it has, please leave some comments down below. It'd be great to get your feedback. Tap on the bell icon while you're down there. That'll give you notifications for future readings that I post. Hit subscribe, of course, and like and share this video where you can. I release videos each and every week, so please feel free to browse the ones that I've already posted and keep an ear out for the ones that I post as of next week and into the future. Take care, and thanks very much. Hi everyone, this is card number 2. This is the Rose Quartz, and today's pick a card reading question is, what do they really think of you? So let's get the cards out and have a look and see what's going on. We've got the High Priestess, 6 of Swords, Justice, Queen of Cups, Judgment, King of Wands, the Sun, 3 of Pentacles. This could be the one. Rose Quartz, love, heart chakra, rest. Drawn over here to the High Priestess and the 6 of Swords. I feel that this person has had a lot of uncertainty as to where it's all going in terms of this particular connection. I think they just haven't been clear in their process. I don't think they've been clear in terms of what they envisage. I think there's been some issues between the two of you. I think the two of you have been through a bit of a bumpy patch, perhaps not been seeing eye to eye. Maybe not seeing eye to eye on one particular issue, but there has been some uncertainty. I question also whether there has been a call on sort of perhaps looking to get an objective overview as to what's going on. That could mean counselling. Maybe the two of you have been to some sort of counselling or through some counselling process in order to get things on track, to get clear about what you want. It might be as simple as just talking to friends and family, confiding in people that you know and trust who know you both. Coming down here to the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, I do feel that there is a really strong foundation here. My sense was this could be a number of years for a lot of you that you've been together, that you've actually been building slowly but surely towards next step goals, really. You've already got quite a number of things in place where you feel, hey, where's this commitment really going to? Like at the end of the day, it's all very well to take things as they come, but what are we building on here? If it's not over that sort of lengthy period of time, it certainly feels like a relationship where you're asking those issues of where it is going in terms of the next step. I think it's really forced this person to understand their own inner process in terms of how they think and feel about you. You've certainly been at the center of their focus, continue to be so. I think for them, it's really about trying to understand how to make get the relationship fair and balanced. I think a lot of it's also about giving you what you want. Coming down here to the Sun and the Three of Pentacles, the Sun is a card of children. I also question whether this means, perhaps for some of you, it's about the next step in terms of a family or having a child. I get a sense that there could be some external pressures from maybe friends, families, colleagues, as to where this is going in terms of maybe having kids. I think where this takes a turn for contemplation in terms of who this person is, come over here to the Judgment and King of Wands. A very responsible individual, really pushes to give a solid performance at work, in their career, at anything they apply themselves to. They don't take any responsibility lightheartedly. They really have an enormous amount of integrity and really take ownership over what it is that they do. They're very thoughtful about other people, really in there trying to help people in a way where they can assist them to realize their greatest potential. There's a huge sense of responsibility around other people and helping them to not only sort of rise to their best potential, but perhaps giving them the care that they need so that they can be the best that they are, but also be the healthiest that they can be. There's a real sort of mentorship, aspect to this person. Very solid integrity, very solid backbone, very reliable, very caring towards other people. And I think this can be a bit problematic. I think there are times where they give too much to other people. Can often be all about other people's needs. And it can get to a point where it's like a preoccupation about what is needed for other people, and the relationship as a consequence can actually suffer. It's like, what about us? Where are we going? Where's the balance in our relationship? Who's putting our needs first? You're trying to sort of push it to this next direction. Not next direction. You're trying to push it to the next level in terms of the commitment. You're trying to build on what it is that you've got. And this person has not been certain about where it's all going. They've been quite unclear, which is a little bit ironic, or, it's just kind of like considering how they think and feel about everybody else, it's like, why haven't you been thinking and sort of, feeling a little bit more clearly as to where this relationship going is? And I think a big part of the reason for that is that they also get quite exhausted by other people. They have a tendency to drop everything for everybody else, and they become quite drained. And so therefore, when it comes back to the relationship between the two of you, it can be a little bit sporadic. And certainly that kind of behavior doesn't lead to a sustainable view as to a kind of, I guess, like a future timeline. So it's really caused them to think very hard as to where they're at, what they're doing, and maybe to sort of self-realize some of the problems that they're encountering with you as a consequence of being drained by other people. So it's really at the forefront for them. Coming over here to Rose Quartz, this is a card about nurturing the self. Giving back to yourself, acknowledging that there's love around you, the love that is there from you, allowing your heart to be filled by love, allowing the relationship that they're having with you to fill their cup, okay? It's all very well to have love thrown at you, but unless you're there and ready and present to receive it, it's not going to fill you up in a way where it's of any use, really. So I do think that this person needs to take a sort of moment to stop, to rest and to pause, which actually brings us to rest. Rest is a card of harmony and peace, but it's also a card of nurturing. It's about community and very much about family. Dolphins are very social. They take the responsibility of the community very, very seriously, and in as much as they work very solidly together to ensure that they are looking after each other and everybody is surviving and flourishing. But the point here is that you can't look after yourself unless you actually provide yourself with some self-care, okay? And putting the needs of other people first all the time leads to a depletion. So this has become like quite serious. It's time for them to stop and to have some fun. It's always push, either with their work and career, or push in terms of giving everybody else what it is that they need and sort of responsibly looking out for those people. And then, of course, now they're at a point where they've been sort of, pinned down to understand what it is that they need to do in terms of committing to you and what it is that you need. So they're really focused in on you, which kind of hands it back over to you. I think this person's always going to struggle with looking after themselves, because they're always going to be preoccupied with the needs of others, including yourself. And perhaps, it's about taking the bull by the horns and actually getting this person just to stop, to rest, to recognize that they are in your presence and to connect with you in a way where they are present and can actually receive what it is you have to give them in terms of love. But I do feel that this is, at a turning point. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I feel that there is a connection here. I feel the two of you have the balance that you need in order to take it to the next level. I feel that this person is in a process, going through a process of recognizing what's been going wrong. They're getting clear about that process, but they're also getting clear about the future as a result. Where they really need help is to receive love, to fill their own cup, either by themselves, by their own measures, or by what is it you have to give them. But I think a part of that process is about helping them to stop, to rest, to take it on in a way where it can help them to flourish, to re-energize them, to refocus them on what is most important in terms of the relationship. Coming back to the idea of this, of the son and children, I also feel that that's been a big part of what this process is all about. Making a commitment and taking it to the next level in terms of having kids and going the next step in terms of the relationship. For them, they wouldn't take that lightly. They would want to have everything in place so that they could provide at a responsible level and to ensure that everybody has what it is that they need. So maybe it's been a little bit slow or a little bit of sort of like a little bit backwards in going forwards to get to this point. But I think, the truth of it is that this person has had integrity in terms of trying to process what's going on here. And I do feel that they will actually get to a point where they're on board. Guys, hope this reading has made some sense to you. If it has, please leave some comments down below. It'd be great to get your feedback. Like and share this video where you can. Hit subscribe, tap on the bell icon. It'll give you notifications for any future readings that I post. I also release videos each and every week, so feel free to browse those that have already been posted or keep your ear open close to the ground for future ones that I do post. Take care. Thanks very much. Hi everyone, this is card number 3. This is the Quartz Crystal, and today's pick a card reading question is, what do they really think about me? So let's get the cards straight out and have a look and see what's going on. We've got the Lovers, Two of Pentacles, the Star, Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, Six of Wands, Temperance, Three of Cups, Express Your Love, Peridot, Teach, Heart Chakra, Boundaries. Drawn straight over here to the Star and Knight of Pentacles. I feel that these two cards reflect the person that we're looking at today. Very, very sturdy, very solid individual, very attractive, very positive energy in many ways. You know, there's something really, really reliable and stable about this person, very dependable. They're quite bright as well, you know what I mean? Like their outlook is very positive and things feel achievable with them. You know, like, you know, when it comes to goal setting, this is somebody who you want to be with. They keep their eye on the horizon, it's steady as she goes. You know, nothing seems to waver them in any way. They don't become distracted by anything in a way that sort of pulls them off of track. And I like that. There's a real honesty, very down-to-earth nature. Quite sensitive, you know, a little bit sensitive there. Maybe they can be a little bit defensive at times because there's a vulnerability there. You know, strong suit of armor. Doesn't want to get down into the nitty-gritty to sort of talk too much about feelings, perhaps. Can be very stubborn as well. I can see this is a very fixed person and very slow in terms of their process. So I think this is also somebody who's very financially motivated. You know, I kind of feel that they've got strong financial aims at this time. You might have combined goals together, you know, that are actually taking you towards certain outcomes. But coming back to the relationship, I do get a feeling that this is a person who is quite slow in the process of trying to, I guess, well, they're not discussing where this is going. It's you know, the next step isn't necessarily on the horizon at this time. It's a bit backwards and going forwards in that respect. I think coming down here to Temperance and the Three of Cups, I feel these two cards represent you. I think there is a really strong attraction between the two of you. I think there is a very cohesive, energetic fluidity in a way where you get along very, very well. I think the two of you are bonded very closely. I would have said that there's a bit of time here with this relationship. It could be a year, maybe 2 years. Definitely, I kind of feel like coming over here to the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles, I feel that when you met, the two of you kind of just like really hit it off. It was like, wow, you know, this is quite dynamic. You know, the two of you just seem to hit all of the, I guess, you know, touch all of the bases, ticked all of the boxes, things kind of just rolled on very quickly. And all of a sudden, here you are. Where's it all going? What are we doing next? But coming back down to you, I feel like what you're wanting at this point in time is just to kind of come closer to each other on an emotional level. I also think that you really wanted to something to look forward to. You know, where are we going? What do we do? That could be a lot of different things. It could be about, oh, are we going to settle down and get married or get engaged? Are we going to plan something together that actually takes us somewhere that we've got, something to look forward to? It could be about planning to go overseas. The Temperance is very much a card of travel. It's very much a card of coming together and finding a balance with each other. But the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. This is about coming together and having something to celebrate, something to look forward to. It's about the rewards of being together and working towards goals together in a relationship. Coming back up here to the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles, I kind of do feel that this person and yourself perhaps have come together to realize some very, specific financial goals, material goals perhaps. Maybe you're looking to achieve a bit of progress, maybe coming together and combining resources, which has really threaded you together in a way where the relationship has bound in a much sort of more formal way. So the relationship has grown and developed over time. And perhaps this is where I'm picking up this idea of, well, okay, if we're doing all of that, where's it going to next? Are we actually going to, formalize things even more so? And but more importantly, where is this person at right now? What are they thinking? Because they just seem very fixed on solid financial goals, about structure, about day-to-day routine, about chipping away at things, towards, the I guess, preset goals. There's nothing new here. There's nothing dynamic going on. They're not thinking outside of the box. Now, coming down here to boundaries, really important card. This reflects the other person very strongly. Sometimes, movement becomes really restricted and it's time to break the mold, to create new experiences. This person's not doing that. I think perhaps it's not a question of confidence. I don't think they've lost their confidence. They're not thinking ahead, thinking outside of the box, okay? They need to take steps towards taking new risks, about breaking away from traditional ways of thinking and encouraging growth in terms of nudging things forward. They're not doing that, okay? I think the other thing that I'm really picking up here is that they're not expressing themselves in a loving way. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This person's not doing that. They're fixed. They're caught up in their routine. They're doing things in a way where they become bogged down. They've lost this sort of idea of romance and passion, and things have become very blinkered in their day-to-day existence. And I think what's really important here, okay, is that the two of you have this really strong bond. It's very deep down, it actually is very dynamic. I think that there is passion there. What's lost here is this person has just become a little bit of a victim of their own limited understanding of how things can work within a relationship, and they need to learn some new skills. Coming down here to Peridot, teach, heart chakra. This is a card that says teaching is really the focal point. Teaching. This person needs to infuse themselves with new knowledge, new experiences. They need to take themselves out of their comfort zone, and they need to get into a new focus that really is about expanding their skill set in terms of managing this relationship, or at least taking part in this relationship, because they just simply don't seem to have the thought processes or the know-how to be able to shake things up and take it to the next level. And if they're left to their own devices, they're just going to plod along and they'll reach certain goals that were preset, and then it will be sort of sitting back down and actually talking about what the next set of goals are, and moving forward, it'll all be about that particular routine to achieve that particular outcome. So it's time really to take hold of this situation in a way where you can begin to manage them to realize, okay, that it's important to develop new experiences, to break outside of these parameters, to think outside of the box, and to push it forward in a way where things begin to become a little bit more dynamic. And dynamic seems to be a repeating thing for me here. I feel that there is a successful outcome in terms of moving forward with this particular relationship or this connection. I think that this person and yourself, there really is a strong bond there. I think it really is about learning and understanding how you can develop yourself as an individual, but also develop yourself as a couple. And, when you enter into a relationship, it doesn't always mean that you have all of the answers or all of the skills to be able to make it a success. And sometimes you need to take a step back, have a breather, and look at ways to develop new skills, okay, so that you can have new experiences. And I think once this person begins to understand what that is, then they will certainly work. This is a point and go person. You know, put this information in front of them. They'll work with it really constructively, and you'll get great outcomes. So I don't feel that there's any fear of losing sight of where this potential can really go. I think it's just a matter of actually rationalizing it in a way where it becomes quite obvious, and then moving towards outcomes that actually give you exactly what it is that you both deserve and want. Guys, I hope this reading has made some sense to you, and if it has, please leave some comments down below. It'd be great to get your feedback. Like and share this video where you can. Tap on the bell icon. That'll give you notifications for any future readings that I post. And please do subscribe to the channel. And just on a final note, I release videos each and every week to YouTube, so feel free to browse the ones that I've already got up there and running. And if you're interested in the services that I offer as a psychic tarot reader, you can go to www.tonyfoxtarot.com. Plenty of information about who it is that I am, what it is that I do, and how it is that you can access my service. Thanks very much. Take care. Hi everyone, this is the Green Aventurine. This is card number 4. So today's pick a card reading question is, what do they really think about me? So let's jump straight into it and see what's going on. We've got Strength, 9 of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, the Fool, 10 of Swords, romantic feelings, Green Aventurine, new opportunities, heart chakra, abundance. And I'm drawn straight over to here, the Fool and 10 of Swords. I feel these two cards reflect your position. And I think you're giving this you're giving this another go, the connection with this person. I think that it's paired with the 10 of Swords. I feel like you've been really let down, quite gutted about whatever it is that's led you to this point. Perhaps you've wanted to give up on this person. I also wonder whether you've also had maybe a series of other relationships up to this point that have let you down, and that you're questioning whether this person is going to be like them. But in any case, you know, I think you're saying to yourself, well, look, all right, I'll give this another go. But I'm not going to get so caught up in it this time. I don't want to be hurt again. I don't want to entangle myself in a way where it becomes overly complicated. I don't want to lose a whole load of energy to this. So you're a little bit kind of on the edge. I'll give it a go. Let's see what happens. I don't want to become overly involved. I don't want to lose too much in this. I'm also very aware of what it is that's happened previously. Either with this person or with other people who have maybe knocked your confidence that this could possibly be a success. But I think also at the same time, you're saying, well, I've got nothing to lose. You know, hey, why not? And I can see straight away, you know, this is a really strong-willed person. Okay, very solid, very reliable, very masculine energy. I think they're very focused on other things as well. Maybe that's what I'm picking up on, is that, you know, that you're I don't get a sense that you're right at the center of their focus at this point in time. You know, they're thinking about other things that are really important. You know, it's not to say that you're not, but they do have some priorities to take care of at this time. And a big part of that is about their ambition and achievement. We're going to come down here to abundance, which is a very beautiful card. It's a real focus on achieving success and, you know, removing any arising obstacles. You know, so planning and organizing, especially around finances. You know, it's a card of reward. But it's a card of reward on many levels. It's not just about money, but I think in this particular case, it is its primary angle is very much about this person's financial focus. They seem to be really strong-willed, very ambitious towards making, the Ace of Pentacles is about attaining a new beginning, a new financial beginning with a lump sum, like a big amount of money that can really change the direction of life in a very positive way. So this could be quite a large amount of money. But coming back down to abundance, it's also about sowing seeds for the next cycle of growth. And this is where I think you need to be careful, because although this person is very focused on some quite primary needs that are really defining of who it is that they are and what it is that they are about, and they're very material, it doesn't mean to say that they have cut you out the picture or can't see the potential in where this is going. And potential is what this reading is all about. When they met you, okay, I think that they saw enormous potential for growth with you as a person, and that you would be somebody that they would want to share with. Perhaps they also felt that, there's something there within you that would bring out the best in them. I think they liked how they feel. They still like how they feel when they're with you. They certainly see enormous amount of potential to rise up with you in terms of growth and potential in terms of what it is that you can both unfold together as a couple. The romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. And I think this is where you need to be very careful. I don't think that you're in this connection for no reason. Okay, it's not all about pain and hurt from what's happened in the past. It's also about the fact that there is a real bond here that actually is based on romance. And if I come over here to the Lovers and the Ace of Cups, this expands on that. The fact is that the two of you, this person really, the question for this reading is, what does this person think of you? They think that you actually are very, very beautiful, very sensitive. But they also think that there is a potential here for a new beginning, a new life with somebody in an intimate relationship. And they really want to rise to the occasion. The Lovers is a card of intimate relationships. The Ace of Cups, it's a card of new beginnings with emotional fulfillment. It's about a new life, okay? Coming together with another person to create a brand new life. Now, I wonder whether this person has children. The Emperor, it's a card of fatherhood. A paternal card, but also, this is a paternal energy. So it could be a man or a woman with a child. Perhaps their motivation to achieve financial success is about securing a future that gives everybody what it is that they need. So that could be for children, but it also could be for nurturing the person that they're with, okay? Nurturing a new relationship, having the financial security to start a brand new life. This person's working incredibly hard. They're working really strongly to be successful. They want to rise up out of life. They're very strong-willed. They're very passionate about whatever it is that they do. So passionate in relationships, passionate in their work, passionate towards their goals. But I think the primary focus at this time is certainly about material gain. But the longer term gain, or the longer term game, is really about being in a relationship and starting a new life. I also question whether this also means about having kids for some of you. This is somebody who certainly wants to have children. Watch out there. I think the two of you, if you're thrown together, this is a dynamic that could happen very, very quickly. Coming down here to Green Aventurine, this is about new opportunities coming your way. It's saying green light, okay? So the conditions around you are right to embrace opportunities. This person's embracing opportunities that are financial, but also you need to look at this card from the context of where you're standing. This is an opportunity for a potential new relationship that can bear fruit in the future, okay? It pairs very beautifully with abundance. It's also about breaking old habits and embracing changes that take you to new opportunities. And I think, once again, if I come back to this person's position, they're really wanting to get ahead, to have solid financial ground. They want to have what they need in terms of resources to start a new life, to have a new relationship, or to explore a relationship that they're actually with that's starting to kick off now, which is exactly what I've just described, a new opportunity. New opportunities are here for all of you. New opportunity for you, because this is a new beginning for you. You're giving it a go. Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. A new opportunity for them to realize success, to become successful in their goals, and a new opportunity for the two of you to come together in terms of starting a new life together at some point down the track. I feel a lot of positive energy coming from this, but I also feel where you've come from, and you've come from a very difficult, entangled place that is really about deconstructing the idea of people letting you down, of not being there for you, of not being reliable, of not giving you what you need to rise up and be the best in terms of your own potential. This person is solidly there, yeah? They're solidly reliable, they're strong-willed, they're passionate, okay? And I think they're very dependable, but I think just give them a little bit of space, a little bit of room to be able to focus in on what the priority is at this time for them, so that they can get ahead, and work with them, work alongside them, and don't bring any sort of, I want to say victimization, but I don't think that might be a bit strong. Don't bring the preloaded idea of somebody potentially going to let you down. I think this is a very different character. Give them a chance. Guys, I hope this reading has made some sense to you, and if it has, please leave some comments. It'd be great to get your feedback. Hit subscribe, tap on the bell icon, that'll give you notifications for any future readings that I post. Like and share this video where you can, it'd be great to get me out there far and wide. If you would like to get some more information on who it is that I am as a psychic tarot reader, you can go to www.tonyfoxtarot.com. Plenty of information about who it is that I am, what it is that I do, and how it is that you can access my services as a psychic tarot reader. And just on a final note, I release videos each and every week to YouTube, so feel free to browse the ones that I've already posted and keep an ear out for any that I post in the future. Take care. Thank you.